BAYAN USA, we're an alliance of Filipino organizations and an overseas chapter of Bagong Alyansang Magbayan in the Philippines, which has thousands of mass organizations on the ground and over 1 million members nationwide and overseas fighting for the national social liberation of our country. I see a lot of young people here and it makes me so happy. I want to tell you the story of another young person who's like you and like many of us who grew up and we're not 25 anymore, but we're still fighting for the freedom of our people. Last year, we invited Jerome Aba, a young Muslim Filipino man from the southern part of the Philippines, to come to the U.S. to talk about human rights in the Philippines. He was coming like you all, with stories of people on the ground who have been oppressed, who have been tortured, who have been killed, thousands of people killed in our country for standing up for the rights of farmers, of workers, of indigenous people, of peasants, for the basic things that we all deserve, right? The ability to eat, the ability to live a life of freedom, to be able to have a decent job with livable wages, to be able to go to church and not have your church be occupied by the military, to be able to go to school and not have your school be occupied by the military, to not be, living in fear for your life because of the repression of the U.S.-backed Duterte regime. So we invited him here to come and talk to U.S. audiences about an issue that's been killing our families, killing our friends, repressing our movement for liberation. And so, like many of you probably boarded a flight, he was excited to come, he was on the plane for more than 16 hours. He came off the plane and right away whisked away by 3 agents of the Department of Homeland Security at San Francisco Airport, which is supposed to be one of the most liberal cities, right, in this country, San Francisco Airport, and brought to a room where they interrogated him for over 24 hours. It started out innocent enough, right? The same questions that we're all asked. What's your name? Why are you here? And then it quickly turned into something different. What organization are you with? Why are you with this organization? Why does the logo for your organization look like the logo for Hezbollah? Are you a terrorist? Are you a communist? Are you a communist terrorist? These are the questions they started to ask him. He was here on the invitation of our organization and churches across the country, United Methodist Church, and even elected officials who wanted to hear the truth from people on the ground about what is happening in the Philippines. So right away, when he didn't come out from the airplane, a few hours passed, we started calling, we started making calls. Where is Jerome? Why has he not come out yet? And it became a movement to try and free him, release him from custody of the Department of Homeland Security. We got calls from the U.S. Catholic Bishops Conference, Mary Knowles Sisters. We tried to work with our legislative elected officials, but it was really the hundreds of people who came to the airport to demonstrate and demand the freedom for Jerome that eventually got him released. There are many things, though, that this episode taught us. One was that there's collusion going on between our two governments, between the Trump-backed, or the Trump administration, and the government of Rodrigo Duterte in the Philippines. How did they know this information about Jerome? Why did they know it? Why were they so interested in detaining this individual and preventing him from speaking the truth about what's happening in the Philippines? It became very clear to us that the work that he does on the ground, the peacemaking, the organizing of the communities, the gathering of stories to have them tell, about the occupation of military in their schools and their communities. Telling the stories is a threat to the government. Telling the stories is a threat to the multinational corporations which are going into those places to try and take the land, steal the resources, and give them to the corporations here. Dole and Del Monte are some of them that we know of. They're also trying to steal the gold and the minerals which end up in our laptops and in our cell phones. They want to continue to do that without any opposition by the communities on the ground. Jerome was going to tell those stories. He was also going to tell those stories of the thousands of people being slaughtered in the so-called war on drugs, modeled after the so-called war on drugs in this country. He was going to tell those stories, but they were a threat to the status quo. So we learned that there's there's collusion between these two governments to try and repress and suppress this information, to stop people from organizing, and to hide the truth. But I think the number one lesson that we learned, and it's part of why we're all here today, right, is that building the movement for truth can free our people. Building a movement for truth continues to be a threat, and it needs to continue happening, because that's the only thing that's going to stop this repression from continuing on. Jerome taught us a lot. Our movement to free him taught us a lot. This continuing repression against Jerome, it hasn't stopped, actually. He's still under surveillance. He still actually hasn't been able to go back home. Even though they released him from here and deported him back to the Philippines, he's not free to move around. He's now actually having to do his organizing in a more quiet way than he used to. So we need to continue that solidarity. We learned that solidarity doesn't stop after a speaking tour or after a conference. It needs to continue on, and that we will always continue to struggle for that liberation, and that we have to continue building this movement for liberation no matter what the repression, because that's the only thing that's going to stop it. Thank you.